Greetings everyone and welcome into the hourglass. Welcome if you are new. Gemini season, we had that beautiful full moon last night in Sagittarius. That was, I was going to say the sugar moon. I was going to say the sugar moon, but it's not. It's a strawberry moon. So big up to all the Geminis that are having a great time for their birthday season. And let me get a sip of my coffee. Thank you guys so much for hitting that love jar, for keeping the lights on in the hourglass with new candles, incense, tools, new decks. This is a new deck as well, so new deck alert, for helping with my coffee. My love for coffee. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm getting that some of you may be involved with someone that's confused about how they feel. They're avoiding something at all costs. So I picked up that energy yesterday of a few in the collective avoiding something at all costs. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on here. Somebody wants to be emotionally safe for you, but they have to go through breaking cycles when it comes to their well-being, when it comes to their own accomplishments and what they're achieving. Something about the things that they're achieving is a direct reflection of who they think they are and what they have or where they're at right now. It's not where they want to be, or they're getting tired of it. They may be outgrowing something here. We have a secret. My baby's got a secret. So I was singing that song in the last reading. It's from Madonna. And I just keep getting something's coming over me. That part when she says something's coming over me. I wonder if I should look up the lyrics now. Let's check that out. Madonna Secrets lyrics. It was in 1994. Okay, so it goes, things haven't been the same since you came into my life. You found a way to touch my soul, and I've never ever gonna let it go. Happiness lies in your own hands. It took me much too long to understand. How could it be until you shared your secret with me? And then she goes in, something's coming over. My baby's got a secret. So then the next verse goes, you gave me back the paradise that I thought I lost for good. You helped me find the reasons why it took me by surprise, that you understood. You knew all along what I never wanted to say until I learned to love myself. I was never ever loving anybody else. And then it goes on, happiness lies in your own hand. It took me much too long to understand. How could it be until you shared your secret with me? I'm telling you, this song just keeps playing and all I keep hearing is, something's coming over me. My baby's got a secret. So we got some secrets to expose here in the hourglass. We're going to spill that secret out. And it could be just a bird eye view, or it could be like snippets or bits and pieces of this secret. So put on your thinking caps. Don't overstep. Don't assume. Oh my goodness, this guy is haunting my channel. I don't know if he's in the audience, in the collective of the Hourglass platform. Howdy. Or this is the guy that you're cross watching for and he's like deep in your thoughts. Look at him. Isn't he sexy? He's like so mysterious and shady. Tall, dark, and handsome. Some of you, you're like hypnotized by this person's eyes, eye contact, or they are of you. We have wedding and marriage. Maybe this person is non-committal. Maybe that's something that you want. Maybe the day that you expose a secret to this guy, he been hearing wedding bells ever since, but keep it on the low. The lies we tell. Legal proceeding. He could be in trouble. He could be, okay, so the theme is running on from the first reading. So this could be chapter 3 with a divine masculine that's involved with organized crime or some sort of organization that's under scrutiny, under investigation for the lies that they're telling. This could be a masculine or a divine masculine, a guy that may not have done things as deep as these people. Maybe they tried their best to stay at the back of the crowd, or they kept a low profile with this organization. But he knows about the lies. He knows about the secrets. He knows about the breaking of the laws. Hey, something is outlawed. And I don't know if you recently told this person how you feel, and now they're like rethinking how, it's like, if you told this guy how you felt, what you want, now they're rethinking their position in this organization. Maybe they're thinking about coming out before it's too late. Could be the walls closing in on this organization. You know, the laws are coming in. It could, you know, dissolve or collapse at any moment. And the secret, it could be secret feelings or a secret that you held from this person for a while. Maybe you didn't want to disrupt their life, so you kept it from them to see what they're gonna do or what they want to do with themselves. And now it's like they have that information. Maybe they have it in their back pocket, or they are taking it into consideration. We have neighbor. I don't know if this is your neighbor or this person wants to be your neighbor. Or I don't know. I don't know why I got that they're Google searching or Google mapping your neighborhood. And that's a secret. They know where you live. This could be someone that wants to pop up, but they want to know the vicinity. They want to know the area, so they're not like too lost, I guess. And we have greed, and we have more lies. So this guy could be involved in sinister things, criminal activities, because they have a lust for greed. They may like to lie or withhold information a lot. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting that they want to buy property in a close neighborhood of yours. Some of you get some real disgusting neighbors is what I'm getting. Loud, music playing loud, talking loud. Or they could be new neighbors. We have resistance. Some of you need to not talk to this person anymore. They have a secret going on behind closed doors. Rebellious acts. So I just thought about someone working witchcraft. That's a rebellious act against the Most High. Someone could be telling lies because they're closed off. There could be some sort of secret door that's never open. And somebody's like curiosity is getting the best of them. They could have a big secret or a lie behind this door. You're very rebellious, and I feel like you're going to try to crack that door open. Be careful what you see, because you could be a witness and you could be on the run. And this is how things get exposed. So I'm getting like something had to happen for something bigger to be exposed. How is this person feeling about you? How is this guy feeling about you and this secret? They feel relieved, hopeful, and grateful. So I don't know if you exposed to this. You dropped some seeds, babes. You lit this person up. They're full of faith. Some of you, this person could be more generous because of the secret you told them. They could be more like neighborly, where there once wasn't. More concerned about you. I don't know until you tell me. I don't know how you feel until you tell me. So whatever you told this person, you could have been holding it back for some time. They feel really blessed, appreciative of you. You gave them faith again in life. For some of you, they could be out helping other people. They could be very neighborly. What is this lie about? How is this person feeling about a lie? They're accommodating others because of the secret you told them. What is this lie about? So maybe they kind of downplay how excited and full of faith they are when you told them this. You made them very thrilled, but maybe they kind of like downplay it, or they're trying to act like they're not like doing backflips inside. I don't know why somebody's neighbor could be like a full-blown vampire. No. I feel like whatever truth you told, whatever truth that you spoke into this man, it killed some sort of pain. And you don't know. Their ego softened. Their ego shield softened. There was less resistance. There was less what? There was less mechanism. There was less avoidance mechanisms when you told them this secret. And then I'm getting with lies. You believed me even when I lied. I feel like this is what they want to tell you, or this is something that they notice about you, that you believe them even when they're lying, or when they lied. This person is greedy. They could be on a successful hunt, a success hunt. They may be very inconsiderate, or they put themselves first. So whatever you told them may have really inflated their ego. And they're accommodating others. For some of you, you may have been afraid to tell this person because you knew maybe this person is some sort of emotional vampire, and they kind of siphon your emotional truth, and it filled them up, and they went out and accommodate others off of it. It's something like when that guy bags a girl that's totally out of his league, and it gets to his head, and he starts talking to other women, and you kind of like dismiss him, and it's like he drops from glory, or he falls from grace. I don't know. You guys gotta let me know. Something about your truth has awakened this guy, numbed some sort of pain, or killed a pain. They were silent about it. I'm getting the answer is still no. You are very unique. You have a strength that's unique. I feel like you're maybe an awakened woman, and you're passing through this guy. Wow, this could be a free spirited person, or you have freed yourself from this person. You know, sometimes when you tell the truth, it kills whatever stronghold it has on you. Maybe when you release or reveal this secret, it liberated you. You didn't feel like you were caged anymore by this person's lies. So you may be aware of their lies, but you still kept by their side. Maybe there's a secret going on with a neighbor, or they're trying to act very neighborly and accommodating to someone that you feel they have secrets with, or they're lying about the relationship with this person. Some of you are very independent, unique. I feel like this person caged themselves in with a lie, and maybe for a while they never came to you, or they kept themselves away from you because they were resisting you. Okay? And maybe some time went by, and you told them the secret, and that kind of released them from the lies that they told. Anyway, they feel very appreciative of you. I don't know if you have picked up this person's burden. Maybe that's what you do. You collect this person's burden and they're able to go out and help the world and accommodate others and just leave you behind with their burdens. So the answer is still no. You need to be protected through all of this, or your energy needs to be protected through all of this. This person may be siphoning your energy. Maybe unknowingly, you could be a spiritual warrior, an awakened woman, but you feel weak, but liberated. I feel like you see this man as a full, complete man, but he's not. And this is where the discomfort comes from. Is a truth that they don't want to hear. So maybe they're trying to beat around the bush, or they're trying to like work around some lies that they told you. Maybe they know it's going to come to a point where they're going to have to explain themselves with these lies, and that's something they don't want to hear. You're challenging this person to stay present. So I don't know if this person knows it's because of you that they feel full. You're very intimate with a truth. And it shook. I feel like it shook the both of you, but it liberated you because it was keeping you caged and held back to keep this secret. And it could be something as you explaining emotional truth. And now that you got it off of your heart, you're more able to move freely in your world. I feel like their lies is still keeping them back though, because they have to come out and tell you what their lie is about. Or that's why they don't talk to you a lot, because then they would have to tell you about a lie. We have fulfilled and we have afraid. They're afraid of you. You may be at peace, or you may be a peaceful person, or you're striving to have peace in your life. They want to know a secret about how are you so fulfilled and satisfied, but they're afraid to have a conversation with you because a lie is going to have to be revealed. I feel like you see this person's dark side. You see their shadowy side. Maybe you dismiss it or you keep note of it, but I'm getting that this person's saying, well, this is just how I am. And then you're like, yeah, that's cool for you, but it's harmful for me. Something about how this person is, it's very harmful for you. And I feel like the relationship or the connection has reached its height. Maybe a height or intensity it never reached before. What is this neighborhood? Some of you may have relocated from this person, away from this person, or this person is thinking about relocating. Somebody's getting readings on you, or this is you. Both of y'all is doing this. Someone could be in the privacy of their home, reading stuff, being afraid of what the cards is saying. Some of you, you're like, oh my goodness. So if you're pulling cards at home, it feels intense, but the cards are speaking the truth. And I feel like you're lying to yourself. It's like you know what the cards are saying and you're trying to reshuffle for a different answer. And every time you do, the same card comes up. I feel like you have tried to find out what this combination mean. Maybe you went to certain fumes, blogs, comments. And I think you got the answer, but you're not satisfied or you don't want it. You don't want to hear that answer. And it's something that's the truth. You didn't need the reading. You didn't need to buy a deck to know that. Someone of you are paying for lies through a tarot reader. This could be someone that lives filthy. Like if you have to know the environment that this person is reading cards in, you would not pay for a reading from them. It's like really filthy. And they could be telling you a lot of lies to take your money. Twin flame. This could be a twin flame reader. And you may be an awakened feminine, awakened woman. Something about the polarity is discomforting to you, and you may have reached out to a tarot reader that specializes in twin flame. But if you have to see where this reader lives, you would not pay for their lies. Yeah, I said it. Come for me in the fucking comment box if you're bold. Because some of y'all's be lying to very hurt twin flamers. Some of you need to vet your readers. Make sure these readers are deep in the twin flame journey. It's a twin flame journey. It has a twin flame union. You could still stay and be very active on a twin flame journey, even though you choose to step away from the union. Some of you are talking with false twin flamers who are trying to discourage you from the twin flame journey. You're paying these people and they're very greedy. It's like they're making all this money, but they live like shit. And I feel like after this full moon in Gemini season is going to be illuminated to you. That your optimism is definitely blinding you to the lies of these readers. And with the planetary energy, there's moral conviction that's going to happen with you and this reader. Yup. I don't know if your faith is going to be restored because it's something the reader says that doesn't happen, or it's a plain out lie. And you're going to be restored in your faith because the details is going to happen in reality. You may even stop messing with this reader. You may block this reader because you found the deeper truth. It could be someone with Gemini's energy in it. Like they have a lot of details, but it's not rooted in facts. It's very imaginative. It's not intuitive, it's imaginative. Alrighty, what else is going on in Gemini season after this full moon? What's being illuminated? Some sort of tension. Bad credit. I'm telling you, some of you are fucking with people that are just reading tarot for money. They don't want to work. Hell, they don't even want to clean their fucking home. Somebody's gonna lie about abusing your credit card information. This guy could be in a lot of debt, don't want to work, could be into a hobby or a passion that he feels he is a master of prestige in. Maybe things are really tight and someone could be telling this person, hey, I think you should get a 9 to 5. And they're like, fuck that. I'm going to perfect my hobby, or I'm going to perfect my side hustle, and I'm going to make this money. But this person could be really scared about their financial situation. We have karmic ties. Oh, some of you have a karmic tie to a tarot reader. Secret accounts. I also feel like a tarot reader may be manipulating comments, likes, and views, reviews. It's all fake. They may have 3 or 4 accounts that they comment and leave reviews on their own shit. And you're reading the reviews like, wow, you know, this reader has to be good, but it's all them running a fucking scam here, a Ponzi scheme. So in this Gemini season, after this full moon, we have romance. I don't know if a reader is misguiding you to a karmic tie with a twin flame theme, but they're blocking the deeper truth by you keep buying readings from them and listening. It could be like a email report. You need to have the courage to speak, even when it's inconvenient. It's like you could suss something is off with these readings, but you don't speak up because it's not convenient. And you're hungry for the truth. You're hungry for the purpose of this twin flame. And this person is just making up stories, leading you deeper and deeper into a karmic tie. Then I'm also getting that this guy may have a karmic tie, a secret karmic tie with a neighbor or somebody that lives in their area. Some of you have a few people that created secret accounts to check on you, to lurk on you, to keep tabs. I feel like they forgot their password a time or two, and they put the password as your name, your birth date. I'm hearing just keep it simple. So they keeping it simple by adding your birth date as a password because they choked up on the password. Some of you are going to move into a very empowering cycle. Self-care is like clarity. It's like you feel the truth, but you're listening to lies. Divine Masculine is up and down my fucking channel. I don't know if I'm stepping into my divine masculinity or there's a bunch of divine masculines that are going to be attracted to this channel at different times. Something about a number synchronicity is going to pull divine masculines to my channel. They're looking for a reader. So these divine masculines that's entering who they are, they're on the tip of the iceberg. But number synchronicities is pulling these divine masculines to the hourglass channel. And they're dealing or tackling greed, lies that they were at peace with. So we're going to leave the divine masculine. Hey, somebody's divine masculine wants to be their neighbor. A divine feminine, your divine masculine wants to be your neighbor. Moving on, letting go, loving you and free. So a divine masculine may feel like their divine feminine is free from this karmic tie. And that could literally mean that even though it's a twin flame dynamic, you guys were still suffering through karmic cycles and karmic ties. You were tied to each other in a karmic way until someone had to let go. Maybe you let go for a long time and you end up coming back around and reveal something to your divine masculine. This time, your divine masculine may also have a reader that tells them some things about you and them. So discreetly, your divine masculine is having tarot readings on you and them because they're at a point where they're trying to make out what the fuck is this that they have with you. So your divine masculine is right where you were at when you were stumbling around trying to figure out what is this. But there's a lot of lies. Just like how you had to fight through the lies, it's time for your divine masculine to stumble through and find their way. So they're navigating. Some of you, this divine masculine is getting ready to move on. They're relocating from a neighborhood that brings out the greed in them. Could be a city, a certain city that everybody's on the grind. Everybody's greedy, dog eat dog type of world. They're being bold or they're making bold movements from decisive choices. When I see the divine masculine, I feel like there's a decisive choice being made. There's leadership. This could also be that your divine masculine may be a leader in a group and seeing the backstabbing in that. And they need to relocate from that. They don't want to be a leader. They don't want to be appointed as a leader. Hey, it's too many lies. It's too many loss. They could have been scammed into something because someone recognized the divinity in them. So your divine masculine may be aware that they're being used. And they're letting go or they're outgrowing these people that they once had love or loyalty from or with. Knowing what the spirit wants by decisive actions with the divine masculine. So it took one last betrayal from a karmic tie. It took another deception, another lie to break the camel's back. Hey, your divine masculine could be suffering through a heartbreak. They could be in a lot of pain, but their greed took them there. Again, we have a divine masculine that consults with a medium or a witch doctor. Somebody that does things with blood, gold, or metals. This could be animal sacrifice, blood rituals. Your divine masculine seems to feel this is the real deal. They could read from poker cards, bones. Your divine masculine seems to trust this reader or the seer or a psychic or the lady maybe a time or two in the past, some things came through what this the lady told this divine masculine. Could be a lot of separation readings that this divine masculine is doing. I don't know why I'm getting like a funky smell coming from a neighbor's house. Like maybe somebody is like dealing with a lot of herbs, or maybe there's sage being burnt and somebody doesn't like it. Your divine masculine feels like it's time to make an independent action. We have alone. Cupid's arrow, have faith. Yup. So you kind of I don't know. They feel loved by their divine feminine. They feel struck by love by their divine feminine. So absent makes the heart grow fonder. But right now your divine masculine may be feeling alone. You feel like you are in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. Yup. They're in the place where you once were. Maybe you were once there 5-7 years ago. Now they're there, and it's building up the emotions, the vulnerability, the past wounds. And then they having these readings. Could be stirring up old pain. Have you guys ever noticed that certain readers, they tend to keep repeating the same old wounds or pain, and you come off heavier than when you first came in? So if you guys are watching readers and you were feeling upbeat, feeling really good, maybe you had a few intuitive hits from your divine masculine and you figure you'll check into some readings, and you get into it and you immediately regret it because then they start talking about old pain that you moved on from. Beware of readers like that constantly bringing up old triggers, old woundings in these readings. Because it's like, it's setting you back from that deep healing that you're doing. And it could also be pulling your divine masculine back into some sort of karmic cycle or tie. Because remember, you guys have the same soul signature. You know what I'm saying? You guys have the same heart. You guys' heart merges at times. That's why you feel, sometimes your heart may thump really hard. That's this divine masculine merging with you. So it's best to consult yourself. Some of you may have bought cards or decks, or this divine masculine has done this. So we have love is coming. I'm hearing rock steady. Rock steady. So if you're listening to readers or old pains are coming back up, look at what's being revealed. Don't lie to yourself. And if you're tempted to lie to yourself, dig into that lie as well. Don't be afraid to face it. You're not alone. Some of you have guardians that are assisting the twin flame journey and the union, because we have love is coming. So that means you guys are coming closer to each other. I feel like you guys are going to meet up in a very miraculous way. Closest to us. What is closest to you? Okay, so this may be like a riddle because it's bits and pieces here. So I'm hearing, what is closer to you that builds a bridge that seems closed? I don't know what that means. Hopefully you do. But I'm going to tell you again, some of you are listening to readers, giving in to old wounds, and it's setting you back from the deep healing that you were doing. And some of you know, some of you are really bright and you figured it out. Like, I need to take a break from tarot. And then when you come back, you catch up with the reader and they're still talking about the same thing that you overcame. You already moved past that reader. That reader is designated for that. And if you're past that, you don't need to stay on that. You get what I'm saying? It's okay to like, it's just like school. You know, you have that one teacher you're fond of, but you're already graduated from that grade. And it's sad that you're not going to see them again. They're not going to be your tutor or your teacher. But you could always revisit them and say hi. But they're still going to teach that same grade. Does that make sense? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody wants that shmoney's. Somebody wants that shmoney. Someone could be trying to get you to, I'm hearing, get you to reschedule or rebook for a reading. Then there's a reader that kind of keeps you on edge for more money. So it's like you don't see the trick because you're busy watching the hand of the reading, but you don't see the tricks behind of it. This is crazy. Yup, the fool, the trickster is, hey. It could be an Aquarian with Taurus energy, Virgo with Gemini energy. This could be the reader's zodiac sign. Enough with the reader. I don't want to talk about the reader no more. I don't want to talk about the reader no more. We have Six of Pentacles. So your divine masculine may want to negotiate something, or they're negotiating something with a neighbor. They're being very accommodating to others, being very, very generous. Maybe this is people that they told lies to and they're trying to make up for it. It's like they're trying to clear a karma to move on. So maybe if they lied to a few people in the past, they're trying to like right that wrong and move on. People that they push to accept things that was not fair. So they're trying to right their wrongs with these folks so they could move on. So this is a divine masculine that realized, hey, I gotta clean up my mess before I could leave. It's like you're playing a video game and you're not allowed to leave the level until you get all the fucking coins, and you're just like running through all of the traps or the challenges without getting the coins, and it's like you made it to the end but you can't leave because you don't have enough coins to get out of it. So I feel like that's what this is. Building bridges to free themselves from it. Somebody's divine masculine wants to be generous. Went from greed to generosity. Is it closed? Is the loop closed yet? Is the loop closed? Freedom. Freedom. Eight of Wands. Somebody's feeling very romantic. Who sings that song? George Michael, Freedom. It is George Michael, 1990. I won't let you down, right? I will not give you up. I gotta have faith in the sound. It's the one good thing that I've got. I won't let you down. So please don't give up or give me up, because I would really, really love to stick around. That's Freedom by George Michael. It just popped in my mind. Ooh, somebody's coming fast. This divine masculine may be ascending pretty fast. I'm hearing floating above or levitating above the lies. We have a divine masculine that is lying on their profile. So we do have a divine masculine that's alone, and they could be lying about their journey right now. They could be acting out like they're free and they're good, but they're really alone and afraid. Their profile is lying, is a lie. They have multiple accounts. This could be a divine masculine that started off at the right foot with this profile. This is a divine masculine that's saying he's a divine masculine. He may have a large following, but he fell off and it's a secret. He's really afraid. He's really afraid. Maybe he lost his feminine that was accompanying him on this profile. He lost his feminine and he's trying to write it off as a karmic, but it was his true divine feminine. And he feels alone because he knows that he lost his mission. This is a divine masculine that has a profile that's showing the world like he is a divine feminine, but he is lying currently about his mission. He could be putting on a show. He could be dressing in eccentric clothes or cultural clothes. He let his greed push his divine feminine away, and he's now alone on this channel. So we have a divine masculine that has a podcast, a profile, could even be a YouTube channel. Maybe he reads cards, but he's alone and he pushed away his divine feminine. His mission is one-sided now. And he's trying to be more accommodating to his viewers because he's not trying to let the public know that he messed up on his journey, on his mission. So he's extending himself to other divine masculines with their karmic ties. Shut up. I don't want to let you down. Freedom. Okay, so we're going down to another verse in Freedom from George Michael. When he said, heaven knows I was just a boy. Didn't know what I wanted to be. Didn't know what I wanted to be. I was every little hungry schoolgirl's pride and joy. And I guess it was enough for me. I guess it was enough for me to win the race, a pretty face, brand new clothes, and a big fat place. I'm telling you. On your rock and roll TV. But today, the way I play the game is not the same. No way. Think I'm gonna get me some happy. I think there's something you should know. I think it's time I told you so. There's something deep inside me. There's someone else I've got to be. Take back your pictures, or take back your picture in a frame. Take back your singing in the rain. I just hope you understand. Sometimes the clothes don't make the man. I'm telling you, that's George Michael. Freedom. Listen. And you know what? It's nothing to be judgmental about. I just feel like this divine masculine is trying to uphold this part of the mission. He's trying to be strong on his own, but without the divine feminine, the mission feels heavy. It's stopped. It's delayed because this divine masculine needs to face this fae. He needs to out himself. He needs to let other divine masculine knows that you're going to trip up and fall. But you could get back up. And his pride may be limiting him from reaching out to his divine feminine because he chose greed and a fake reality over her. And she stood there and looked at him. She was his partner. And she looked at him to see his lead, and he led wrong. And it pushed her away. It freed her. It made her let go of loving him. Woo! Ain't gonna let you down. Freedom. You guys gotta let me know if this is your story. 8 of Swords. 8-8. So, somebody's in the 8 of Swords energy, but they could unfuck themselves. They could unstuck themselves. They just have to face the truth. They have to take back the lie. They have to be honest. Honesty is freedom. 3 of Swords. That is my study card on my backboard here. So we could have Libra. I know I wasn't calling out the names. We have the King of Cups. So we could have a Libra Scorpio cusp. Yeah. Heartbroken. Heartbroken Hotel from Whitney Houston. Heartbroken Hotel by Whitney Houston. That's not what I wanted. Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel by Whitney Houston lyrics. You said you'd be here by 9. Instead, you took your time. You didn't think to call me, boy. Here I sit trying not to cry. Asking myself why do this to me. Since you're not around me to tell you, baby, face to face, I'm writing you this letter. And this is what I have to say. All I really wanted was some of your time. Instead, you told me lies. And when someone else was on your mind, what you do to me. Look what you did to me. What you do to me. I thought that you were someone who would do me right until you played with my emotions and made me cry. What you do to me. Can't take what you did to me. So that's Whitney Houston. Heartbreak Hotel, 1998. Ooh. So we have a divine masculine that was emotionally manipulative. He let his little pride did something here, possibly with another woman. He wanted all the love. And I keep hearing brotherly love. So he wants the men to look up to him. He wants the men to praise him for his leadership. But he fell off. And he's hurt, but he's healing. Wow. 8 of Wands shows back up in the middle of the deck. He's trying to move. He's trying to move, but he feels stuck. He could feel stuck in the mud, a stick in the mud. But he's really trying to put on a facade here. The divine feminine knows the truth. So this divine masculine that has a podcast that he was doing with his feminine, she knows the truth. She could be watching from a secret account because maybe he blocked her because he doesn't want her to see that he's really living a lie. This is a divine feminine that knows this divine masculine in and out, back and front. So he blocked his feminine, or they blocked each other, but the feminine is watching him. She could be well satisfied to know that he's secretly not opening up about their split. Slowing down. The divine masculine know he's slowing down in his mission. Ooh, he was on fire when he was with that divine feminine. Page of Cups. He feeling hurt. He's with a third party. Or he's working with a third party couple. This could be a divine masculine that does readings, third party readings for free. Or the first minute, the first 12 minutes is free. He panicking with the 8 of Wands showing up. I feel like the 8 of Wands showing up the second time was in reverse. So he panicking. He's secretly panicking. He wants a swift change, or he wants this to change quick. He don't want to feel like this no more. So he's helping other people romantically. That's what I'm saying. He's being accommodating to others. So he could be giving away free readings. You see how it changed? Bad timing and delays. He's impatient. He doesn't want anybody to talk about him and the trouble that he created behind closed doors. I'm telling you, this is a divine masculine that was doing podcasts, readings, posts with his divine feminine. He let his greed mash that up. Now he's acting like he could even have shown a karmic and everybody was like, what happened to the divine feminine? And he's like, we split up, different timeline. And everybody's like, oh, okay. So he's trying not to show his greed by offering something free. He doesn't feel romantic. He feels very impulsive with the karmic. I feel like in a way the karmic knows, that he's stuck in his mind about a Queen of Cups. So the King of Cups, divine masculine, is thinking about his Queen of Cups, divine feminine, because she matches his emotional depth. He doesn't have emotional depth with a karmic. And the karmic knows. And she's trying to act blind. She's trying to cater to this divine masculine. But it's a lot of restrictions. It's going to be over. I think it's already over with the karmic. So if we have a divine masculine that's trying to move on and act like they steady and they're in their full divinity with a karmic, get the fuck out of here. You know you're lying to yourself, bro. And I'm here to bust that bubble. Pop, pop. I'm busting them bubbles. So he may have sent his Queen of Cups, divine feminine, to Heartbreak Hotel. Now, for some of you, if your divine masculine does not have a profile where he's spiritually teaching other men to be divine, it could be that this is his personal account. Okay? Because not every divine masculine is that bold to let the world know who he is and his mission. Divine feminine could have wrote him a letter and he reads it. Yeah, the love is still there and he's emotionally drained. He's still love struck by his divine feminine. This karmic knows. She picks it up. She picks it up because she sees him drift off. And she's like, oh, let me go do something. Let me go on my knees, you know. Let me go give him a massage so he could take his mind off of his feminine. Honey, it's not going to work. Something it's going to swiftly change is the infatuation with the karmic. Because it's no emotional depth. It's no emotional fulfillment, hey. The karmic is busy. She's a busybody. Busybody. Busybody by Paul Wall lyrics. Busybody. She's a busybody. Busybody. Yep. Busybody by Paul Wall. Down in the South. Trill Entertainment. Savage. So maybe the karmic is a savage and she's a busybody. Yup, sucking on my nuts and shit. On her knees, sucking my nuts and shit. Long dick, fold her up. Yup, fold her up like a chair. So that's what's going on with the karmic. She dizzy. So the karmic, she dizzy. Yup, finger in her butt and shit. That's what's going on. So he is exploring sexual liberation, hey. And I feel like he's afraid of what's happening to him because he felt like it was supposed to be all of that with the feminine, but maybe the feminine has sexual discipline too, and he let his little ego get to him here. So Busybody by Paul Wall. Yup, so I saw the 10 of Swords. We have the King of Cups again. So I saw the 10 of Swords when I split the deck off camera. And that was letting me know, because I'm looking at a lyric here from Busybody when he says, she can leave, I ain't tripping. We finna put her out. Call another busybody, brag her in and work her out. Yup. Hold on, you guys. I'm getting all calm. I'm going to put it on pause real quick. Pause. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to take that call. I have some soup on the way because it's that time of the month for me. Too much information, I know. But I always get my cycles and the full mood. So my family's out shopping for me because I can right now. So yeah, they were just making sure that they got everything on the list. I usually do grocery pickup, but I just don't have any strength to do all of that today. So we have the King of Cups. I'm telling you, he is madly in love with his king, with his Queen of Cups, feminine. Why is this happening now though? Impulsiveness. And I think the divine masculine panicked, or the divine feminine panicked. I think somebody turned their location off, or they turned their phone off, and somebody had enough. Busybody by Paul Wall. Okay, let's get back to the reading. I don't really care to know why this divine masculine decided to be impulsive sexually and kind of like push his divine feminine out. I don't really want to know why that happened, because that's his karmic situation. You know, as a reader, as a divine feminine keeper, I don't dive into third-party readings and karmic readings because that's their lesson. That don't have shits to do with me. I don't even want my energy or my presence tied up in that shit. Plenty other readers to get into that. But I feel like this divine masculine has been siphoning feminine energy from this karmic. He lost sexual control. Yeah, he wasn't able to stay on top of things, and he lost control and made a poor decision. And he knows, but he wants to keep this lie going. He wants to be able to mentor other divine masculine men. He wants to be able to help other masculine men get out of that. So, you know, sometimes when we have pastors, I think we have one specific pastor in the news right now that's living a double life. And he's out here helping people with adultery, infidelity, and he's doing the same thing. And I think his girlfriend kind of outed him because she's tired. It's like the similar thing here. Could be having bad dreams. I'm getting the karmic is dizzy and disoriented. But she herself is trying to stay on top of things. So we have a divine masculine with his karmic running a whole facade. Messed up his sacred purpose. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Moving very methodically. The Divine Feminine. The Fool. Hold up. I want to get some channel messages from my decks up here. So we're going to look into the Black Sands because that has a lot to do. Oh my goodness. I did not even know the lamp was blurring out the cards. I'm truly sorry, you guys. So we're going to leave it with the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles and the Fool with the Four of Swords. Definitely thinking really hard. Supposed to be resting, or when, you know, this divine masculine has a time, a period of resting. He's thinking about his sexuality. There could be emotional blockages rooted in his sexuality, and that's what happened. He was suppressing desires that he could not, I guess, live out with his divine feminine. So he did it with a karmic, and it caused emotional repression. So what's coming up, it's meant to be seen, felt, and voiced. So maybe he was sexually frustrated. He had desires that the divine feminine didn't want to participate in. So he found someone else to do it. But it's causing another issue. But he's getting clarity. Divine feminine, is okay to have compassion, but do not allow access to your mind, body, and soul to this divine masculine. Opportunities ahead, bright ideas, manage your money, because the money does matter and we have rewards. I've never planned on feeling this deep for you, overwhelmed and can't move on. So I don't know if this divine masculine wasn't taking their sacred purpose seriously, and this had to happen to show them that it's real. Divine feminine, you could be in your pre-empress energy of the Nine of Pentacles. You may feel like you have been hit off of your mission, but you're not. This was happening. This is happening for you to see how important sexuality could be, but how distorted or how men could lose control with their sexuality or their sexual kinks. Some of you may have a bright idea. Some of you may be using this opportunity or this time apart or separation to kind of rejuvenate, to kind of pull back your power and your energy from your masculine and go out and invest in your own ideas separate from this masculine. So maybe having a podcast or a channel with your divine masculine was too much time together. Is like you needed other things outside of this project. So go ahead and save that money, manage your money correctly, be smart, because there's an opportunity coming. Some of you, this could be modeling, this could be acting, this could have something to do in your privacy or your home, but you need money to get it started. Maybe it's a channel where you're exposing raw emotional truth and intuitive mental clarity to divine feminines. So you guys may have split, separate, and now you're starting your own channeling. That could be a deal. Yeah, I feel like your Lilith energy may be coming out. It's like you're transforming into a portal of truth. Sacred release. Four of Swords. I don't know how to accept love properly until I make or have money. We accept the love we think we deserve. That's the power trip there the divine masculine is on. So maybe in a very emotional way, your divine masculine didn't feel on your level. You probably was just, your emotion was too big, too wide, and they wanted this like crazy kinky sex, and they were not there with you emotionally. So there was like an emotional mismatch here. And having the sex, It's almost like the emotional mismatch was now not allowing the divine feminine to open up fully to the sexual appetite of a divine masculine. The voice of the soul, telepathic truths coming out from the divine feminine. Long-term dating, third, voice rumor. They could also had some kind of friend enemy in your divine masculine's air promoting promiscuous activities. I have someone close to you updating me. So both of you may have people watching for you, being your eyes. I don't know why I got this divine masculine feels like you're gonna blackmail him or you're gonna spread rumors, so that's why they blocked you. But I feel like you have compassion and you're soft, and this assumption that this divine masculine has on their divine feminine is like an enemy take. I feel like you're just giving them space to be awakened to their truth, to feel their truth. And it was too risky to stick around this divine masculine. So his own guilt is like projecting friend enemy vibes on his divine feminine. What a bitch. You take my breath away. I love you. Fiery passion. Feel alive. Love me without fear. I feel like the divine feminine couldn't open herself up that way, because the emotional mismatch. And instead of working on that divine masculine, you decide to cut this divine feminine for a karmic who was satisfying you sexually. But the deepest truth is about to flow free with that bullshit. And your deeper inner knowing knows too. That tide is coming to drown your ass. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Yup. Divine masculine, you missed the cue of being vulnerable with your divine feminine and working on it. So you're now preaching what you should have done with your divine feminine, all while covering up a secret that you guys, the real reason why you guys switch timelines. What is the divine feminine now embodying? Besides the hidden emotions, somebody could have the raw sensitivity of a Cancer sign. Something that you never voiced, divine feminine, is going to come to pass. I'm seeing Capricorn and Aquarius and Pisces. You take my breath away. I love you. Fiery passion. Alive. Love me without fear. Yeah, divine masculine is going to come with their tail tucked between their legs, talking about the lies they told. Relax, my darling. Let me show you what I can do when I take it slow. I want to sex you. Is that pretty, Ricky? I can't shake my prideful behaviors. Greed. Greed driven, suffocate my soul to earn money. You can't fix me, so divine feminine, don't even attempt. Do not even attempt to nurture this divine masculine back to reality. Fuck that. Have compassion, but restrict your restrict your access to your mind, body, and soul, because if they did do some freaky shit with a karmic, they're unclean. And you guys may be tempted to sleep with this divine masculine, even though they may be sleeping with a karmic, because that's your purest form of emotional rawness. Your emotional expression is to be sexual with your divine masculine. That's all good. But this Leo, Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius is unclean. You heard the lies before. You have seen under my hard shell, experience what few ever have. I'm telling you, this divine masculine was in it until they felt out of control. I felt too much of you to ever feel like you're separate from me. Kindred partnerships. I don't know how you guys gonna see this through. Let's find out. Twin flames at the bottom of the deck. Let's see how you guys are gonna like get through this. Communication is wounded right now, or you guys need to discard the old ways of communicating, whether you guys are just communicating through social apps. Maybe needs to be face to face, or that letter writing shit needs to be gone. Some of you are not accepting counseling. Maybe there was a death that pushed this divine masculine out of control. Divine feminines may not be feeling social. Maybe spending a lot of time away from other people because of this awakening, because of this pain, this betrayal. We have the 7 of Wands. So some of you are going to be like standing your guard. Maybe this divine masculine may come check up on you, and you're like at the door, standing in front of the doorway. You're standing in front of the doorway, and they're like, why are you being so hostile? And you're like, you're not coming in. Because you already know you're going to put that divine feminine pussy on him. So you're like standing in front of the door like, you can't come in here. No, don't you dare. Not today, Satan. I don't want none of that devil dick. You're free to go somewhere else, right? And they may try to do some things to help you. Like, hey, let me wash down your stoop for you. And you're like, get the fuck out of here. You feel it's too risky. Risky. Yes, your body risky. That's the Vito with popcorn. Risky. Yes, your body risky. Some of your soul is speaking to you through silence. You hear that tone. What is going to happen with the divine masculine, divine feminine? What's going to happen? We have the 3 of Cups, Hangman, and the Queen of Swords. Did you guys see that? I'm sorry, you guys, if the light is in you guys. I had no freaking idea that was happening. Anyway, let's wrap this up, because I want to see what is the outcome here. 3 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Hangman energy. I feel like you guys are going to leave an invitation on read. It's like you said all what you could say, and there's nothing else to say. It's like I heard all the lies. I just want to be left alone. 6 of Cups. This divine masculine may want to remind you of all the good things that you guys accomplished. 2 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. There you are. There you are, babes. So who was the Queen of Swords? Was that the Karmic? She may talk a lot, or she may compliment this divine masculine a lot, but it's all fluff. Meditation. Some of you may be deep in meditation. Nine of Cups. Emperor. Oh my God, the divine masculine is hot on the divine feminine's heels. Wanting the deepest truth to flow freely. So I don't know if they're going to come and tell you some truth, some deep truths about some lies here, but I feel like you're going to be satisfied with what they say or how they do things, but it's still up in the air. Maybe you're burnt out with the 4 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're burnt out and you're trying to let go of a childhood issue that this divine masculine reopen. This feeling reopens something from your childhood memory, and I feel like it's like the divine feminine is hurt that this divine masculine fell off like that, but it also revealed that the divine feminine still has some childhood trauma debris there. And remember, this healing journey is just not over the first time you heal. Sometimes we have to keep going back and forth, up and down, till we get it right. So I feel like you're protecting your inner child, because this is an issue that could escalate to some sort of abuse if you don't kind of like stand your ground. You're not into the past repeating itself. You may have cutthroat words, but you're still very compassionate. You don't want to live in the past, so maybe you want to just move on from this. But I don't know, you may have changed your eating patterns, or you're not as it's like your appetite has slowed down. Hey, so you may lose some weight because of the arrogance of this divine masculine, and take the messages as it resonates. I feel like for some of you, it could be your divine feminine, to swap it as it fits. I feel like you are going to move on to make a dream a reality, and you may have to speak to this divine masculine, or you're going to have to act very neighborly and cordial with him. But he could see the fear in your face. He's paying attention. You know, he's still very lusty about you. It's a lot of greed with the Nine of Cups too as well. So we have greed multiple times. He doesn't want you to be miserable, or he doesn't want to be the reason why this whole thing turned miserable or sour. Trying to curb some sort of addiction, or observing some sort of addiction. What's to come with the karmic? So what's going on with the karmic? Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I heard throw her a book and let her leave. That's crazy. It's crazy how we give up permanent things for temporary thrills, huh? Two of Wands. I feel like the karmic feels held back by this divine masculine. Whatever this divine masculine is into, the karmic is really not. The lies got boring. I feel like the karmic is going to choose to walk on or move on, but they want money. They want some sort of money first. Or maybe they want commission or profits from content that they did with the divine masculine. They may travel overseas and something happens. Maybe the divine masculine is like really arrogant, and the karmic is like over it. It's like, I don't even want to be a prop in your shit anymore, right? Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'm getting the karmic might meet someone on the overseas travel. Like they travel to a scenery to fit a divine masculine's theme, and the karmic end up meeting someone else. Maybe get a few numbers behind the divine masculine's back and makes a decision or future planning. And that's all secrecy too. So I feel like the karmic might meet someone else and have future planning with this person. It's all going to be done in secrecy. They may continue to keep lying or false flattering the divine masculine till they get this coin, until the workload or the work contract is over. Because this feels like work. It feels like the karmic feels like this is all work. I don't know. I feel like the karmic is going to pursue another option and is going to suddenly leave. And it's like the divine masculine is like fine with it, or it's like they're fine with it. It's easy to let that go. It's like no hard feelings. I could see you're unhappy here, but you know, if you want to go, you could go. And she leaves. She gets what she wants from the divine masculine, not happy, because she's in greed too. This is why they hooked up, because they're in this greed karmic tie. So I feel like the divine masculine is waiting for this karmic to get restless, because he already sees her being withdrawn, eyes wandering, because she's a busybody. It's like she's going to find someone else who speaks her language. This is too spiritual and too evolving for her. It was fun because there was a lot of clout, or there was a lot of attention. But her eyes is wandering because she's a busybody. I feel like the karmic says what's going to happen next, or what the divine masculine may do when she wants to leave. But when she announces it, he said, okay, I'm cool with that. And she's like, okay, well, yeah, that was fun, right? He's like, yeah. It's like the both of them were dying for each other to leave. Rose water. My mom is sending me pictures of rose water. I know, right? I got my Florida water head keeping me, or giving me life. Yeah. So I'm getting the cord, the power cord is gone. It was only for June. What? It was only powered for June. That's crazy. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there. You guys jump down in the comment box. Tell me if this is your story. I don't know. For some of you, you're like done because you want more depth. This back and forth. It's like this timeline of men being seduced by sex or out of control because there's no sexual integrity. It's like boring and beneath a divine feminine now. So you guys gotta let me know, what is the outcome? Are you going to allow this divine masculine to work his way back or earn your softness, or are you going to just leave it as good friends and you're like going separate ways on your spiritual twin flame healing journey? All right, so yeah, I'm gonna be out taking care of myself. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in another channel reading. Chat to you guys later. Ciao.